Hi everyone, this is Fanatic MSI cArn speaking, and you are watching Theater of Counter-Strike episode number 2. I did kind of a kickoff episode where I reviewed a fan's demo some weeks ago, but now I have to review my own demo, which is a bit interesting. I've never really done that before. And first of all, I might introduce Theater of Counter-Strike a bit. It's gonna be a bit different to the other kind of in-game / guides videos you have seen in the past from a various amount of my colleagues. I am trying to establish some kind of insights to the brains of the pro gamers, which means I'm gonna talk about positioning more, a bit more about decisions, team play, and the game dynamics, spawn series, you name it, basically. A bit more not only scratching the surface, more going under it, and because there is a whole world out there, you know. So yeah, that's the target, that's the goal I'm trying to achieve, and by the help from the input of the watchers, I hope to achieve this in a few episodes here. But yeah, we start it slow and see how it goes. Today's demo has to be, I mean, the demos I'm going to review has to be something like 1 year old or something, and that is to make it able for our opponents to watch our up-to-date demos, and why we do that and why we do this, because that would kind of expose us too much. So I'm going back a bit. This time I'm traveling back 1 year when Fnatic MSI existed of me, DSN, Forest, Threat, and Get Right, and we were in Germany playing the we were in Germany still, but we were actually playing the IM European finals, not the finals. So I think we were in Cologne that time, playing a Danish team, Ravens. Nowadays they are called Team Cooler Masters. Doesn't really matter for you, but just some more information about them. We're gonna kick it off straight away, I think, here. Yeah, why not? By doing so, and you see I'm using the Fnatic MSI UI 2011 with all me and my teammates configs, obviously, and the best settings you can use for competitive Counter-Strike, the perfect network setting, the perfect graphic setting, sorry. So I recommend it. You can find it at fnatic.com/downloads, and just yeah, you find it under there. So the demo today will be one-sided. That's what I'm gonna try doing in the future. We're gonna have CT nuke, me being the fixed guy holding yard and the main area, which is a very dynamic position. It's probably the side I appreciating playing the most as CT. It's a lot going on there. It's long distance duels. It's close combat in the yellow hats. It's a lot of backup routes you can take by the vents, by the long haul, etc. Anyway, pistol run is on, and we have some noise in the yellow hat, getting the early high explosive there. Seems very effectively, because my teammates is killing it off easily, only getting one guy killed in our squad. 5 Danes, obviously, winning round 1-0 without the bomb planted, putting them at $1,400 approximately, depending on how many kills or how many bullets he bought in the pistol round. And why I did throw the grenadier, yeah, that was simply because I heard noise there. It's kind of 50-50 thing you do. The risky thing you do by not throwing it is that you're actually gonna rush. You are actually you could waste it, of course, they're faking the noise, but I decided to throw it that time. Door is open, expecting a rush probably. Getting 2 nice kills. Sound like a commentator, and I shouldn't do that. But anyway, yeah, I heard the door opening, I saw the smoke, and I decided to just run in and spray them. Something I wouldn't do if they would have rifles with a bomb planted in the pistol round. But now I knew they're gonna have the eagles. I knew they're gonna try to rush out and kind of catch us off guard by flashing us. But that didn't work there. I get two great kills, openers from main, and we're gonna see them with the Glocks now. Should be interesting. Sorry, this time they decided to go the yard. Sorry, the ramp, of course. And the ascent picking up 3 frags. He's probably happy about that. Myself doesn't get any frags at all, unfortunately. I'm writing in Swedish now to get right, and my my upper bomb site teammates, that they're gonna have the good spawns now, because in UK I have two different spawn series as terrorists, also as CT actually, and as they rush the second round, I know they're gonna have it the 4th round, the 6th round, the 8th round, and so on. So we know they have good spawn now, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna rush us. And I'm trying to play a bit defensively here in the warehouse, listening, hearing the opponents getting a bit damaged on the yard. Just trying to sneak around a bit in the warehouse without exposing myself at all, actually. I'm not sure how it looks now, it's hard to read the radar, but I assume I had one guy in the window area or catwalk area kind of helping me hold this, because as you see now I'm not actually defending my spot at all, which I decide to change now, going to the box, the non-spammable box. I will talk a bit more later. No one in the yard right now. We're probably at this stage expecting a upper flash attack. That's why I'm watching the door. This wasn't the case this time. Trying to go delay yard, which I don't really understand why they do. It's very difficult. So yeah, I'm hiding behind this non-spammable box, and I'm not really. They cannot really kill me from here, except if they have high explosive grenades. If you're standing like I do at this point, you're not able to get spammed through the box. If you're standing closer to the box, you will get spammed though, so watch out for that. However, another round for Fnatic. We got 4-0. Jävligt bra, as we say in Swedish. We're going into the 5th round, and we know the Danes, they have the 2nd spawn series now, the defensive one, so they cannot really rush us. And I'm probably gonna see myself, if I remember it right, go a bit more in the main hall this time. Probably trying to bowling a bit, catching some echo frags. Not so successful. On the other hand, DSN is successful, claiming some echo frags in the ramp area. And that's why I hate the whole main. You never get echo frags. Maybe I have to take that back soon though. So another round. We know they're gonna have the aggressive spawns, the Danes. We look very strong right now. We're having like 10k each. They are stuck at $4,000 every round if they continue losing it. Obviously a bit more every round due to the loose bonus, Seem to have a yard attack coming in here. Me hiding more than ever. Oh my god, that was a terrible play by myself, I'm afraid to say. As you heard the noise, I decided to randomly throw in there. I did it completely wrong. I was behind them, he didn't see me, and I assumed the second guy wouldn't even expect me to have made it to that kind of part of the warehouse. Instead I tried to kill both of them quick, which is kind of hard from behind with a Colt. You can easily get the first frag, of course, but the second one is he's gonna start to shoot you with AK, and then he's killing you off with 3 bullets, even if you're not hitting your headshot even. So I should just played more safe there. I should have informed my teammates that I got them from behind, and you should just watch out for a couple of seconds. And I'm gonna probably get two or even three frags at that point, instead of getting 1 frag. A lot of information though. I know there's a lot of people in the yard, I can inform my teammates, but I didn't play it well at all. But luckily I have great teammates. Getting our 6th round, going to the 7th round, and you can see me here as the main guy. We have a fixed positioning here, which means I'm always gonna be the main guy. And I am not so lucky with the spawn series at all this game. Every match you get different spawn series, of course. You have sometimes you get the first spawn in your team, and you're a main guy, and you're having a much easier time to hold down main. You can go more aggressive, etc. Instead, I had to use my flashbangs and the warehouse a bit more. Hold off the incoming charge split. Watching this demo now, I actually saw the guy that killed me. It was easy to see him to my left area of my screen, but at that point I was probably very concerned to not let anyone in the main hall, which is my responsibility. And that is something you see a lot. Sometimes you're dead and you're watching your teammate's screen in a kind of close clutch round, and you can actually see things he's not seeing you, and you have to inform him, because that's how, I guess, the eyes works. You're really focusing on the crosshair area, and yeah, the areas that you're deciding at that point to be a bit cautious about. Instead, sometimes you miss things, as I did there. We have another door opening, and I did another mistake, I'd say there. I heard the door opening, but I didn't see any flashbangs, any smokes at all, which kind of tells you that they're gonna sit there and look for you in the main. They were just doing it as an opener, trying to get an early kill. Fortunately for myself, they didn't do that. They got me down to 7 health, and I'm gonna try to go into kind of a raider mode here, just trying to get as much information meanwhile I'm still alive, informing my teammates, and kind of trying to be alive as long as possible in order to not boost the opponent's confidence, knowing they're playing a decimated team. So I'm trying to just not be awake, but be alive as long as possible, and eventually get my grenades thrown, stalling them a bit, because now you see the time is 40 seconds left. It's kind of they can't really fake it at this point. They have to commit to the attack they are planning, which will allow me probably to get a kill here, or at least getting the initial battle if they decide to go to upper bomb site, sorry, which they're not. They're going B2, the ramps. I should be a bit more cautious about backstabbers at this point though. However, I'm teaming with my teammates kind of successfully, jumping in a bit prematurely, and Fred coming a bit after getting kills, because I'm just kind of baiting. I'm kind of the worm on the hook, as you can say. So, despite the fact I did a mistake early in the round, finding myself at 7 health, I still kept myself alive as long as I could. Threw away my grenades, and yeah, kind of by team play, allowing my teammates to have an easier job. Finally, I'm a bit more aggressive. Some upper bomb side play we're gonna see here from me. However, they got deagles only, so... And some echo frags. There I got one. Great. And this is something I do a lot. Watching behind in those situations. There's one guy left. He's probably just hoping that we're gonna be more aggressive than we are, in order to win a round quicker and try to get some kills. And sometimes they just try to run in from behind in the main and kill you by doing that. Yet another bad spawn for me, of course. You get 2 different spawns throughout the game. One is actually in the middle for me, one is in the far behind. So it's really hard for me to go inside the bomb site with this spawn. And it seems like I am telling my teammates to help me out a bit here. Or maybe even go aggressive yard. Yeah, and this time he decides to throw the smoke that I usually throw, just to make it look exactly as it usually does when we're not aggressive. Because if you're throwing the smoke several times, and one time you're not throwing, they're gonna expect something different. And they're gonna be more alert from the trouble you have planned for them. A bit weird situation here. They're actually inside the bomb spot, and one of my guys in front of him. Kind of nice headshot on the last guy. Sound a bit bragging about it. That's not the case, sorry. We have one of my fellow teammates that is not too happy about his spray there. Didn't really matter. We got a lot of rounds. Haven't lost a single one yet, actually. This is something you not really see a lot, especially not these days, 2011. You're probably looking to have 5, 6, 7 rounds without the pistol rounds at sea, because you can do so much by using the door, doing fakes and even rushes with the flashbangs, of course, smoke grenades. Kind of first time I go aggressive against the yellow hat. Let's see if I stick there, and we try to smoke that area as well. I'm not sure if that's the best thing to do, because they can hide the smokes better. Sorry, they can hide the flashbangs better in the smokes if they decide to do upper flash attack. And somehow we decided to go double vent play here, probably going out to the yard and try to find them there before attacking the upper bomb site. Not sure what I was planning to do with my Colt here. Probably just making sure they're not inside planting the bomb. And this is something I don't understand why. I mean, when we are popping up on the yards, the Danes should understand this and kind of try to sneak in bomb site A, the upper one, sorry. Probably myself should have played a bit more defensively here. 20 seconds left. Could have actually went into the door and kind of make it impossible for the terrorists to win the round. But still, 100 health. I could get away with playing like I did. And as you can see, we're starting to stack up with the Eagles at this point. And this is something you should do later than you actually think you should do, because when you start to lose rounds, you only get $1,500, and if you want to buy as much as you can as CT, you're talking about $6,500, I'd say, 6,000 at least. Getting an upper attack with flash, classic rush. And as soon as I get unflashed, I decide to run in here, getting 2 frags, and kind of gives my teammates, my comrades, a couple of more seconds before they get unflashed. And what I do there, what I think, kind of how I read the game, is that as soon as I get unflashed, I just try to dive in and hope that the terrorists are still flashed. Because the most team have a kind of a CT, as my team have here, we have kind of flashbangs coming when the door is opening. So I assume the opponents are flashed, and I think they were at that point. Getting 2 important entry frags there. Throwing the necessary smoke in the yard. Getting close to the vent. Probably a door opening for ourselves coming in here. Is it? No. They're going ramp before. So you're gonna see a vent play for myself here. Taking the backstabber in main. Making a 2-on-2 situation. Trying to win some time. He's getting a bit timing on me there, but still I get the kill on Barry. Now I'm sounding like a commentator again, not good. Yeah, 2-1 in our favor. I see on the radar now, and probably by team communication. And a headshot actually. Yeah, I see that my teammate's coming from the long holes. So I can, at this point I can even give him the plant, because I know he's being headshotted. We're just winning time to wait in my teammates. Because I know that the final guy, the final Dane, is at around 10 health there. Because I got the headshot on him before the plant. And this kind of ladder slash vent movement is something that's really necessary if you want to be a upper bomb set player or a main guy, because there's so many times you're going to go in the vents, and if you're not comfortable doing so, you're going to lose too many duels that you should have done if you are comfortable. So that is something I advise you to practice as much as you can. Take some time though, but eventually you will get there. And I didn't even do it perfectly, but I did it kind of safe, getting the spots and getting the headshot even. Gonna see an offensively round again. The smoke is there. Not sure what I decide to throw the double smoke there. You can actually make them a bit cautious about an aggressive one. Yeah, they might actually have done that. With 2 smokes, they see something different and gonna be more defensively, killing off Forest. So yeah, sorry Forest for that. Anyway, we are only 2 guys holding the uppermost side now. We probably have rotation coming in from the catwalk in our team, but we're kind of weak right now. Just trying to hide a bit in the smoke. Doing that kind of successfully. Knowing they're a bit flashed here. Getting 2 kills. I saw the first guy I got there. He kind of pre-shot me without hearing the sound, so he probably should increase his in-game sound a bit, because I should have died there actually. Because he started to shoot me. And it's kind of hard. I don't really like that angle, but sometimes you really get stuck there. And if you get the first kill, you will probably get the second one actually. So it's not that bad. It works, but it's so easy to flash that position. So I rarely stand there. No rounds so far for the Danes, and I'm continuously with my defensive play in the yard area. And I'm seeing the yard split coming in, being flashed. Flashed again. Probably I'm screaming in the voice tool now that they might come in the main. It seems that there is a fake. They're not going main, they're going ramp instead. So first time of this match, I'm actually in the ramp area. Getting a good grenade in, hopefully, yeah. Spamming them. And even getting 1 bullet in the last guy. No headshot though, I'm not sure why I'm not shooting a headshot. Nevertheless, 15-0 it is. Shouldn't try to sound so excited about it. It's an old game anyway. But yeah, that was a quick one, wasn't it? Probably around 15 minutes. It's kind of fairly quick side. You see that happening on Nuke though. It's not that rare. As I did last time, I'm gonna wrap it up a bit here by kind of summarize what I just showed you. We get the start money and the restart, and I'm gonna go through a bit what I actually did and how I played it and talk a bit more about it. As you see now, my spawns here, well, we obviously only myself on the server, but not a good spawn, so I'm gonna have to play it a bit standard here, getting the smoke down, listening to the door. If the door is open, I'll probably throw a flash here, maybe, I don't know, or just trying to make sure they're not yard splitting. What you can do as a main player, you can spam this area. Very strong against opening rushes through the door. But what you should look out for is they spamming you back. That happens, and it happens that the terrorists decide to fake a rush, knowing that you're gonna spam, and they just run as Usain Bolt here and kill you off, because you're kind of easy bait here. So just watch out for that. And of course, the warehouse place, the smoke should be there. Maybe I didn't throw this round, but if you can make it, if you throw the smoke, you can almost always make it here. You get a lot of information from here. If the door is open, you shouldn't stand like this, unless you have an AWP. If you don't have an AWP, you can't expect them to kill you from here, even with the AK. They don't even need to have the AWP themselves, because one shot with AK and you're dead from it. It happens to me a lot. Kind of cool play you can do late game, late in the rounds. You can go to this box, standing in this area, not like this, not like this. You're standing in this area, and they will not be able to spam you through the box. You can do the peek, of course, and if you're starting to see more than 2 people in the yard, 2 opponents, you should inform your teammates this, and they can easily go aggressive in the yellow hut or the ramp even. So you can just be standing here and stall them as long as you can. You don't really need to try to get kills. You don't really need to run away. You're kind of good positioning here. You just what you have to look out for, of course. You cannot really look out for it, but you will get some grenades on you. And the perfect grenade is probably 50 health if you got armor, which you will have, 10 to 0, whatever. So it's kind of cool positioning, but of course you can get stuck here. Backup routes, of course, if you are next to the main, if you are comfortable using the vents, you should kind of use them as much as you can. I'm using a window mode now in order to stream this, so it's kind of hard to have movement in those, but just practice that. And you will not do like I did there, but yeah, I'm blaming my my streaming now. Alternatives is, of course, if you are in the warehouse, you can go to long hauls. Kind of good way to get kills, kill the bomb planter, unless they have a smoke. Then you can try to spam them or get close to the door. You can even surf this this area, getting it even faster, killing the bomb. And the good thing about that is you're not only gaining speed from doing so, you're actually not making any sound at all, except when you bounce the floor eventually, but then you're already here, so you can kill him. Some other cool things you can do. If you come here, you could actually do a lot with the door. You can open the door. I mean, sometimes you rotate here and you can open the door just to note in a 5-on-5 situation. You can, as a main guy, sometimes you get caught in rotation, so to speak. You're doing the wrong rotation. You can just open the door, which will probably make the terrorists attack the upper bomb site, because they don't really like people in the doors. They don't like it at all, unless they got smoke. So that's something you can do in order to just if you do a bad rotation, you can open the door, unless you're not alone as the single one alive in your team, because that's gonna expose your position. We're gonna do a restart round here, and I'm gonna have the 16k now. I'm gonna get rid of freeze time though. We can assume I got a pistol round here, getting the standard grenades, 1 heavy explosive, 1 flash, and a couple of bullets, and a death kit. You can go in here and you can do some kind of trick here with the door. You can kind of lock the door by doing that move I did there, and they will not be able to open this door at all. It's kind of cool thing you can try. And I think you can even get flashes in here. Yeah, you can. I'm not sure why you want to do that, but this requires you have some team play. You probably need a teammate in the main or something, just help you out a bit, and you have to watch out for the deagles. That obviously would hit the jackpot, seeing you open the door in that manner. Besides that, yeah, if you have a great spawn, I'm gonna show you that, the great spawn play you can do. Obviously I didn't get a great spawn there. If you have a good spawn, you're probably talking about this area, around here. Yeah, around here. Let's say you have a good spawn, you should definitely inform your teammates this, and you should do some early peeks here. You can do kind of effectively with smoke. Open the door. If they have a bad spawn, you can get some really early kills here, kind of 10 seconds into the round. And as CT, getting early kill is so it's not only important, of course, but it's devastating for T, because they need to pull a lot of effort in winning the round with a decimated team. Yeah, so that's something you can do. And of course, when the door is open, let's say afterwards, you can do like, not like that. Try again. You can try again. You can do like that. That's only if you're feeling to doing that. I mean, if you are in a great shape, you can do that, and they're gonna expect that you just close the door and you're actually inside it. Usually a lot of a noise in the lobby area anyway, so you can run a bit here. It's not a big problem, but you can actually use a teammate for that as well. You just run in the door and he closes for you and just wait. So something you can end up doing as a main player. Obviously those peaks are kind of cool to do. This one, you're really hard at this kind of angle, the right hand side angles. You cannot really get headshot if you positionize you in the perfect way I'm doing here. And they can kill you by killing you in the chest or the feet, but they cannot get the clean headshot from here, which gives you a couple of more, let's say, not more than millisecond, but more time to kill your opponent. Because in general, AK is stronger than Colt in long distance. But with the silencer, he will not really detect you. You can even expect it to be in the catwalk area, the house. The pipe, we call it the pipe. It's kind of hard for me to talk about positioning here in English. I usually use Swedish words for that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Remember to get the smoke done. That allows you to do a lot of cool things in the yard by running the pipe, going aggressive, going inside, playing normal. Like, if you don't do it all the time consecutively, they're gonna expect something different. If you don't have a kind of worked out pattern, they will expect something different, and it's more likely that your change will not work. The thing you're planning to change will not work, because they're gonna expect something, and that is something professional teams are very good to do. They can detect patterns easily, and just play it more cautious, expecting aggressive movements. Yeah, that's about it. Finally, just gonna show the Fnatic MSI GUI one more time. You can download it at fnatic.com/downloads. It got the perfect settings for competitive Counter-Strike, basically. I recommend everybody to use it. And you got the nice Facebook banner here. You can follow Fnatic on Facebook. You can follow myself on Facebook as well, Patrick cArn Ceremon. Just search for that and you will find me. You will see all those videos up. And a bit more about the GUI. You have our configs here. cArn, DSN, Exist, Alp, and Peter, of course. You can go undercover, our fake nick generator here. I myself actually coded a random feature, but could be fun for someone. You can get some practice here by the service we're usually using, depending on where we are. You can record demo easily. You can change all your settings. So yeah, you can definitely check it out, and make sure to check out fnatic.com recently for more of those videos, more about me and the rest of the lovely organization I'm playing for. So catch up later, guys. Thanks.